right, y'all. So Romans 15, I've been looking for this verse for the longest. Since I don't have all my books, I'm really starting over. So let's get into it. So Romans 15, 20 through 22. Never be satisfied. My ambition has always been to preach the good news where the name of Christ has never been heard, rather than where a church has already been started by someone else. I have been following the plan spoken of in Scripture, where it says, those who have never been told about him will see, and those who have never heard of him will understand. In fact, my visit to you has been delayed so long because I have been preaching in these places. This is the scripture that God used that I was not meant for the church. We are the church, but you're not meant to be in the pulpit. You're not meant to be. We got to go out to the places that people have not heard of God. Whether it's your platform, in the workplaces. That's why I love how God used me, because not only do I just speak when he told me to speak on here, but the places he sent me, I'm able to be used by him. God is presented in the darkest places. That's why I said, the place I was working at, like for my externship, like God about to send us to hell. Because people have not heard of God. People have not seen who he truly is. And they're trying, they're just living life. But it's time that people are trained up. We're pruned. We're able to go through the process so we can be used by God and not by self. We are not meant to be to work so hard to be under people who can be contaminated, who can be bought. You have to know the understanding of God, God's laws, God's decrees. My bad. God is rising up his children to follow in his instructions, his order of life, not what you want. It's not about what you want anymore. Will you pick your cross up, give up your life, and walk with God? Or will you be like those in the Bible? Oh, I gotta go bury, I got things to do. All right, but I can't use you. It's simple. You made your decision, you made your choice. God is doing something old but new with us. Because it's new with us. Nothing new is under the sun, but it's new with us. You may have to walk alone for a while. The rejection is for your protection. I'm understanding that now. God ain't gonna let anybody just come in and contaminate you because of their title. God's not going to let anybody contaminate you because of their position. God's not going to let anyone touch what he has worked so hard on. He has, because you ain't do it. I ain't do it. God has worked on us. He renewed our mind, our bodies, and our souls. The church already has been established. Yes, you need to be in community. Yes, you have to sit in, and that's why I say this phase of my life, I'm being a student. I'm learning. Yes, it's easy to talk about what the church isn't doing, but I'm starting to understand, instead of seeing what it's not doing, endure it. Endure it to know what you don't need to do. Endure it to be able to love people that's unhealthy. Endure it so you can become something different and great, because what God is putting in us is so unique and it's different and it's rare. And everybody sees what's inside of you, because baby, this the person that said, she's like, oh yeah, we see a gift. She's like, oh, we know, but we need you to be here for a while. I hate to break it to people. Respectfully, disrespectfully, however people want to take it. But I'm not controlled by people. I don't follow men's expectations, and I definitely don't fall in line with what goes against God unless God shows me something. If God shows me something that I don't understand, I be patient. I'm very observant of things. I can tell you who's together in the church just by observing things. I can tell you what's going on just by observing things, sitting back being a student. Things that I never really paid attention to. Like things that I never cared to pay attention to be honest. But when God is making you alert to things, you have, when God teaches you what's in the Bible and he's rising you up, He's telling you the order of things supposed to be, of what's supposed to really be going on in the church. So pay attention to what the church is not doing. Because let's be honest, the church is unorganized. These churches are the churches that I've been to in Maryland are unorganized. No one knows what's going on, who has what position. There's so much confusion. There are new leaders taking on titles, and they don't have the capacity for it. Like, this is things that I'm paying attention to. They ain't to talk about nobody or down nobody, but this is what I'm seeing. It's things that God taught. Like, I know the order of life. I know God's order. So even for me, it's important that I feel like I have a mentor, because I know what God is doing. But then again, what gets me is, what if God's making you the first? So what, can't nobody touch you? Can't nobody, who God is making me to become. My walk is, I'm not gonna lie, my walk is lonely. My walk is like, my walk has been lonely. Some of y'all walk are lonely, and it's for God's protection. God's saving you, because new believers are leading and teaching and training things that they don't even have the capacity for. They're leading groups, and they're led by their emotions still. They're led by what people are doing. They're easily distracted. They treat people unfairly, unjustly. They treat people off of what somebody else said. This is what's going on in the church, and Paul talked about what was going on in the church as well. Colossians says everything that was going on in the church. There is no order. There's no elderly person that the Bible says that we're supposed to go to the elders when we're sick, call onto the church. You can't do that without being talked about or complained about. You can't do anything that the Bible says in these churches. People are going by what they're taught, and that's the foundation that they have, instead of them getting the foundation of God and going against their family, like just Jehosheba. Jezebel was wrong. Jezebel wasn't right, but Jehosheba, was her granddaughter. And she rebelled against her family. Why can't some of y'all rebel against y'all leaders and those that are training y'all? Why can't y'all rebel against those and say, and speak up? The same way that God told Jeremiah and Elihu, God told him, don't worry about your age. Do not worry about you. I'm going to do another video about that too. Some of us are young. Do you know what that's why people don't want to, that's why people hate and they get their emotions? Because we are young. How dare you be so spiritual? How dare you know so much? It ain't me. It's not us. It's what God is doing. God is doing something with his children that he is rising up. And just like in Ezekiel, whatever he tells us, you better say, because it's going to be on your hands. God is saying, rise up. It's time to come out of hiding. Rise up. Let those dry bones live. Can your dry bones live? Ezekiel's like, I don't know. Lord, listen, I don't know. Stop playing with me. I don't know. Like, only you know. Like, only you know. You know who you making me. I don't. Amos. God, listen. I ain't asked to be no preacher. I ain't asked to be no teacher. I ain't asked to be no evangelist. I ain't asked to be this. I was minding my business. So, listen, you called me out. So God, if you going to call us out and God is showing you who you're like in the Bible, then God, do what only you can. Heal us. If we giving you our yes, heal us. Because we're going to need you. If most of us are not meant for the church, we're not meant for the four walls. It's already established. Did you not hear? It's already established by someone else. It's by someone else. Be the student that you need to be to see what's going on in the place that God has you. So you can either add value, and if you can't add value in that place because you're being rejected so much for God's protection, understand God got you there to see what's going on, knowing what the word says, and wherever he puts you and wherever he's going to establish you at, you're off of his foundation. God's going to do something greater in you. Don't complain no more about, and this is for me too, don't complain no more. Don't try to convince people that you know what the word says, you know what God has taught you. You just continue to be who God is calling you, and you serve where he has you. You do all that you can as you're working for the Lord, and let God establish you when it's his timing. Don't move before God. Don't allow people to push you further than what you need to be. When God is saying, right now, this is your season. I can accelerate you. But right now, I need you to move slow. I need you to be cautious. I need you to pay attention. Because the value that you're building up in yourself right now, that God is doing while you're going through, you're gaining strength, you're gaining knowledge, you're gaining his wisdom. Everything is you're getting because of God. God got you seeing. So when he established you, you know what not to do. You know to stand on God and not to preach against God. You know that you should treat others how you want to be treated. You know that before you open up your mouth, do you have every fruit of the Spirit? Do you have the spirit of long-suffering, self-control? That you will not be double-minded and listen to other people, because everyone goes to the church just because everyone goes to church and have a title and position. How is their life? So as God is establishing you, you have to make sure that if God is giving you a vision to be a pastor, if God is giving you a vision for whatever business, a plan, whatever it is, if God's going to make you useful and make you a leader in anything, please let it be on the foundation of him. But God is going to do it by the things that you endured. Everything that you endured, that you've seen, that's your value bringing up. So, okay, cool. Now, my business. Hey, we're going to help people heal. God will create something in you to build, to be his platform. God can give you a business. That's your ministry. Fam, I can teach people. I ain't got to be under somebody. I ain't got to, because some people don't want you messing up what they got going on in their places. So, hey, build your own. My business will be my ministry. Hey, we going to help people. We going to know about God. Change things up wherever God puts you at. You are the ministry. Wherever he sends you, you are the ministry. You don't need no building. You don't need nothing but God. Know God's foundation so God can rise you up and build you up. Yes, it is important to have the right counsel and the right people around you, but everybody don't have the sound mind and don't understand your calling. The calling that God gives us be uniquely for us, but God will give you people that already been through it, but wait on his timing for it to come. Do not push to be something because everybody else is a gift in you, and everybody will see your gift and will either kill your gift by trying to silence you, but you keep trusting God, because God about to do something. We about to be a ministry like never seen before, where people are being truly saved, that we are following God and knowing when to sit ourselves down when we're going through, because if you keep working through depression and anxiety and feeling like you gotta preach and teach because it's your ministry, when God says the order of life is God and family, ministry, work, and all that comes last, you won't be burnt out. God is about to do something new. So get ready. Because if you give God your yes and you stay with him